What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Wayne James, and today we are reacting to LeBron James trade, and rumors are terrifying. Comments are coming, our commentary will come in, everything will come in at the end. So please like, comment, and also subscribe. We on the road to 300 subs. While your boy's eating McDonald's, yes, your boy prayed before he started turning on the YouTube shit. So let's get into this.
This is his last go around. I think he wants to be comfortable. He wants to enjoy it. He wants to put himself in a situation, most importantly, to win a championship.
No matter if he has 1 year left, 2 years left, or 3 years left, he wants to be in that mode. And he feels that the Lakers are more in a futuristic mindset.
Now, I asked LeBron just before tip-off to discuss everything, and he told me, quote, "I ain't got nothing to talk about."
So the LeBron James situation is getting so absurd to the point where there are things that just simply don't make sense anymore. And we're here to cover it in this video today. And since I covered this a few days ago, I highly recommend that you go watch my previous video on the topic, just so I don't have to recap too much for the people that have been following along in the story. One more announcement, guys. I'm taking a little bit of a vacation as things are starting to slow down. If you guys want to see what I'm up to, you can follow me on Snapchat or on Instagram. I still will be bringing you guys news and content as it comes out, but the setting probably is going to look a little bit different. Now that we get all that out of the way, cue the intro. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? LeBron James has not been happy with the Los Angeles Lakers ever since they decided to trade for Luka Doncic. Trading Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for the Lakers to be able to have a new player to pass the torch on to once LeBron James inevitably retires. And it's not a crazy thing to assume that LeBron James is going to retire within the next 1 to 3 years. And Shams has said this repeatedly.
What we do know is he will be playing a record 23rd NBA season. Still not sure whether he's going to play one more season or he has multiple years left, but I'm told he wants to compete for a championship next season, and he is uncertain about the Lakers roster moving forward.
First, there was his wife hinting that she wanted him to retire. He's mentioned it in the past on the ESPYs.
I don't care how many more points I score or what I can or cannot do on the floor. Real question for me is, can I play without cheating this game? The day I can't give the game everything on the floor, it's the day I'll be done. Lucky for you guys, that day is not today.
And there's no question about it, what LeBron James is doing at his age is so impressive. The reason why things get complicated at this point is teams can't build around you whenever you're this age. At 40 years old, LeBron James is still one of the most efficient players in the entire NBA. But it's very difficult to build around a $52 million star at 40 years old. And a parallel I drew in the past was what Tom Brady went through towards the end of his career. Tom Brady is playing really well in his mid-30s, and the New England Patriots draft Jimmy Garoppolo. Prior to that, they drafted Ryan Mallett. It's almost as if they were ready to move on from him because a quarterback isn't supposed to be that good at that age. And when Tom Brady asked the team to build around him and bring better wide receivers, the Patriots disagreed and focused more on their defense. And don't get me wrong, that did win Tom Brady a Super Bowl in 2018, but it was a very frustrating way to play football. So he joined the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, had an offensive super team in terms of his offensive line and his wide receivers, and he ended up winning one more Super Bowl. And I guess LeBron James wants the very same thing at this age, but the problem is when you are 40 years old, it's very difficult to do that when you don't know if he's going to play for 1 more year, 2 more years, or 3 more years. And bear in mind, Shams has given us very flaky analysis on this, and it's resulted in takes like this.
Do you think that that means that he could end his career in LA or elsewhere?
Definitely possibly end it elsewhere. If this is his last go around, I think he wants to be comfortable. He wants to enjoy it. He wants to put himself in a situation, most importantly, to win a championship. That was the big thing for him this summer, looking at what moves they were going to make. If he can put himself in that situation in another organization, I think he will explore that.
Now, this is a threat that LeBron has made consistently to the Lakers, and it's very interesting if you pay attention to what he was doing last year compared to this year. If you remember 1 year ago, LeBron said that he would be willing to take a pay cut with the Lakers to allow them to use their full mid-level exception in free agency. But this year, he opted into his $52.6 million player option when he could have opted out of of his $52.6 million player option, signed for $15 million less, and as a result, the Lakers would have had their full mid-level exception once again. At the same time, he's complaining that the Los Angeles Lakers aren't building a team around him, and he shaded the Lakers for trading Anthony Davis in the past. When the Lakers signed DeAndre Ayton said straight up that LeBron James didn't text him.
Hey, DeAndre, have you spoken to LeBron? Have you spoken to Luka?
Not really yet, but I've definitely got a text from Luka. I know how the offseason go. This is not my first rodeo. People are probably busy and, training and having times with their families, but I'm just waiting. I'm just really just integrate myself with the team and get to know everybody.
Damn.
Sam, I'm asking you to extend the chiral network to the south.
And a scathing argument.
That's crazy. Cause y'all know LeBron and AD, the chemistry between those dynamic duos, it's like come on, man. Like they were good, but all of a sudden they just start making trades, like trades after trade after trade after trade. Like it's not gonna help the team to literally to win a championship. The only way to make a team to be a good contender team is you gotta play with rhythm. You gotta play with heart. It's not about the players' accolades, the players' skills, and all that shit, man. I just feel like they just do that shit because they want fucking ratings and shit, bro. That's why I don't like. That's why I don't see in NBA. Like they just want to do is trade. They got rid of. They're messing up the Celtics dynasty already. So what made no sense if you want to keep trading people just to get better players and better cutouts and draft picks and shit. That don't make no sense.
Article came out that said that LeBron James wasn't given significant notice about the Luka Doncic trade, and he was frustrated because they traded his championship partner, his right-hand man, without even giving him a heads up. And LeBron's used to having input on major roster decisions, and the Lakers just did this behind his back. LeBron forgave the Lakers publicly and called Luka his favorite player, but then he dropped this cryptic bomb once the Lakers got eliminated.
No comment. I'll never say that because my guy AD said what he needed, and then he was gone the following week. So I got no comment. I put that uniform on every night. I gave everything I had, and that's all that matters.
Fast forward to late June, LeBron has a decision to make: opt out and become a free agent, or pick up his $52.6 million player option for next season. He chose the money, but that doesn't mean he chose the Lakers, and that's where this gets very fishy. You see, if LeBron James wanted to leave the Los Angeles Lakers, he could have just opted out and entered free agency and then just picked whatever team was interested in him. But he opted in. Why? Because he wanted $52.6 million, and he wanted the Lakers to somehow trade that $52.6 million contract, and this is where it gets really fascinating. The primary reason I'm making this video is that we found out there are multiple teams that are interested in trading for LeBron James. The reason for this is because, well, LeBron feels like the Lakers are too focused on building for the future.
He wants to play for a championship next season. He's made that abundantly clear. The agent Rich Paul told me that very directly. Like, no matter if he has 1 year left, 2 years left, or 3 years left, he wants to be in that mode, and he feels that the Lakers are more in a futuristic mindset.
Now, according to Brandon Scoop B. Robinson, there were 4 teams that contacted the Lakers about trading for LeBron James: the Dallas Mavericks, Golden State Warriors, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Los Angeles Clippers. This contradicts some reports that we've had in the past. I'm going to be straight up with you, because the Dallas Mavericks at the same time said that they would only be interested in LeBron James if he was bought out. The Cleveland Cavaliers came out and said, we're not interested in him at all. The Golden State Warriors have tried to trade for LeBron James in the past, and they do have an interesting situation with Jonathan Kuminga, and we've gotten a report, and we're probably going to make a full video on this soon, that Jonathan Kuminga is expected to re-sign with the Warriors with the understanding that he'll be traded before the trade deadline, which is just smart asset management for the Golden State Warriors. But the team that could potentially match salary with the Los Angeles Lakers the best might be the Los Angeles Clippers, but even then it doesn't make a lot of sense after their trading of Norman Powell and bringing in John Collins in their current pursuit of Chris Paul and Bradley Beal. A lot of this doesn't make sense. And it's weird because you can tell that LeBron James's camp is really trying to make this happen. Right after LeBron opted in, his agent Rich Paul dropped a statement to ESPN saying that we understand the difficulty in winning now while preparing for the future. We do want to evaluate what's best for LeBron at this stage in his life and career. Translation: we're open for business. Paul confirmed that 4 teams immediately called him about trading for LeBron, but then he said that there haven't been actual trade discussions with the Lakers. But let's be honest, this is Rich Paul, for crying out loud. He He's known for thinking 3 steps ahead. This is the same dude who orchestrated the Anthony Davis trade to the Lakers in the first place. He knows how to apply pressure, and right now he's turning up the heat on GD Buss and Rob Pelinka. But the Lakers are also declaring war. They didn't offer LeBron a contract extension beyond next season. So from LeBron's case, he's thinking you're focused on signing Luka long term, but what about the guy that brought you the bubble championship that 100% counts? Nah, he could wait. The Lakers get sold to Mark Walter in June. Guess who gets the advance notice? Luka Doncic. Guess who found out with everybody else? LeBron James. For years, LeBron and AD begged for a real center. The Lakers always had excuses, but the moment they traded for Luka, they're immediately trying to get Mark Williams from Charlotte. The message is clear. We're building around Luka now, not you. And it's not a bizarre thing to think, because at the same time, the Lakers have also catered to LeBron James. They traded for Russell Westbrook when he wanted. They gutted out their entire team for Anthony Davis. So you might be wondering at this point, where could LeBron James realistically go? So I've done some research. I've looked at the cap space, and man,
there's a lot of shit going on around LeBron James. Everybody wants to do a lot of things for like ever since that LeBron is opt in. I think he opt in, but they ain't gonna do some crazy shit, bro. I'm telling you.
There's some crazy possibilities out there. The first one is Cleveland, the homecoming 2.0. LeBron is going back home for the 3rd time, but this time to a Cavs team that is the best team in the East. They are sitting at plus 600 championship odds right now, which is technically the 2nd best in the East. The problem is they're $16 million over the second apron, which means that they'd have to get creative. We're talking about packaging Darius Garland at $39.4 million, maybe throwing in DeAndre Hunter and Max Strus, and the result is you'd have a 40-year-old LeBron James running pick and rolls with Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. The East is wide open right now with Jason Tatum dealing with an Achilles injury, and he'd have Donovan Mitchell as his sidekick, which, to be honest, would be very fascinating to watch. Now, here's where it gets spicy. The Golden State Warriors tried to get LeBron at the trade deadline last season. The Lakers shut it down. Here's what's different now. The Warriors got Jimmy Butler from Miami. While he's been great, he's not LeBron James. The salary match actually works perfectly. Butler makes $54.1 million, LeBron makes $52.6 million. You throw in a couple of picks and boom, you got a deal. Can you imagine LeBron and Steph Curry, the two faces of the 2010s, finally on the same team? That would just be entertaining to watch. But here's the thing, would the Warriors really trade Jimmy Butler after they won 24-8 with him? And more importantly, will LeBron be cool playing Robin to Curry's Batman? I mean, could you imagine LeBron James and Draymond Green in a locker room? That's a lot of ego to manage, even for Steve Kerr. I personally don't see the Los Angeles Clippers happening anymore after their recent trades. They made it very clear about what their plans are, and the Dallas Mavericks once again are above the second apron. And it would be really cool to see Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Kyrie Irving on the same team again. But at the same time, the Mavericks made it clear what their intentions are. They're just focused on integrating Cooper Flag. They're pretty much stacked at this point and just need repetition to get to where they need to be. I just can't see LeBron James being the answer for the Dallas Mavericks. So let me keep it real with you guys for a second. Trading LeBron is very hard, like really hard, because that $52.6 million salary means that teams need to send back multiple good players or 1 star plus a filler. Most teams above the second apron can only take back what they send out. There's not really any wiggle room there. The new CBA basically made blockbuster trades an endangered species. Plus, LeBron's got that no trade clause. He's not going anywhere that he doesn't want to go. No rebuilding teams, no cold weather cities that he's not really feeling, no situations where he's not competing for a championship immediately. And here's the most important thing. What team wants to gut out their roster for a 40-year-old on an expiring contract? Yeah, he's LeBron, but he's also human. He suffered an MCL sprain in the playoffs. He's not invincible anymore. But at the same time, you can never underestimate Rich Paul. This dude turned player empowerment into an art form. When he says they want to evaluate what's best for LeBron, that's not just agent speak, that's a warning shot. Again, this is the same duo that orchestrated LeBron's return to Cleveland in 2014. Let's go to Miami for 4 years, wait for Cleveland to load up, and then once Wade and Bosh are past their prime, we're gonna go back to Cleveland and try to win a championship there. Once he saw that was blowing up, he decided to go to the Los Angeles Lakers, and he got Anthony Davis to the Lakers in 2019. They know how to apply pressure, they know how to work the media, and they know how to make organizations uncomfortable enough to act. 4 teams have already called about LeBron James, and that number is potentially going to grow if the Lakers stumble early in the season or if the Luka-LeBron pairing shows any cracks. All it takes is one injury or one locker room blow up, and suddenly those exploratory conversations become real negotiations. My personal prediction is LeBron James starts the season with the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll try to make it work with him and Luka. They'll probably win something close to 50-something games, make the playoffs, but unless they're looking like real championship contenders by February, the trade deadline's going to be spicy. The Lakers are stuck between 2 timelines. They got Luka who's 26 and entering his prime, looking skinny as hell by the way, and they got LeBron James who's 40 and is trying to squeeze out every last drop of greatness. Those timelines don't match and everybody knows it. If I'm the Lakers, I'm trying to keep both and compete now. You got 2 top 10 players, figure it out. But if I'm LeBron, I'm seeing the Cleveland Cavaliers succeeding without me. I'm taking a look at the Philadelphia 76ers and trying to get them to trade Paul George for me. I'm watching the East wide open and I'm thinking,
maybe it's time that I take my last dance.
LeBron ain't gonna go to no whack ass Sixers, man. Like they had a prime. I ain't gonna lie. Ben Simmons, prime Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. That would have been dope. Like that would have been. But nah, I feel like Sixers is not the same no more. I'm not roasting all y'all Sixers fans. I'm not gonna do that. But I just feel like y'all gotta take a look at the Sixers like their run. Like they was like, matter of fact, let me shut that F up because I don't know what the hell I'm saying. See, I lost a train of thought.
Where else?
But the thing is, if he really wanted to do that, once again, he could have just opted out of his contract and joined a different team, but that would have meant taking less money. And the whole reason we're in this mess to begin with is LeBron James didn't want to take $15 million less. Hey, are you guys proud of me? I didn't bring it up until the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping.
Hey man, shout out to Flight Mike. How do I feel? And what you think of LeBron James? What do you think LeBron should do? You think she should stay with the team, or you feel like he could go somewhere else? I just feel like LeBron is gonna do what LeBron's gonna do. It's his own decision. That's all I gotta say.